Hey guys, so I wanted to post a text response, but it was getting a little bit too long to fit into the comment section. For anyone happen to be watching this, I just want to say, for all the people who have been hating and saying really mean things about Invisible Children, I just have to say that they really are completely unfounded. They don't have their information straight at all. It's an organization I've been involved with for a really long time. I've did a lot of research about them before I got so involved, but I've known all the people involved for around 4 years and just got back from Chicago rescue riding and it was an amazing experience. But really, like, guys, get your facts straight. Invisible Children puts 84.3% of all donations directly into ground programs and then spends the rest of the money doing things that help them further the program so that they can continue to grow and put even more money into the ground. That's higher than almost any other nonprofit. The required amount's only 60%. And I mean, if you take a look at big nonprofits in America, like the Red Cross, they're way lower. The only nonprofit that even comes close is like the Salvation Army. That's another amazing group. The three filmmakers, as for all the people who've said that they're greedy and using this to make money, that's just not true. They're all around 30 years old, and just recently they've been living until recently they've been living at home with their parents. They get paid below the poverty line. They only made something like 12 to 13 thousand dollars a year. Um, so all these claims that people through Invisible Children are just using to get rich are completely unfounded. They're just not true. I've met almost everyone who's involved and high up in the organization, from the filmmakers to the CEOs. They're all genuinely amazing and kind people who are all involved in this in the right reasons. So, I completely realize that it's pointless to argue with all these haters and people who are, there are always going to be people that come out and say these things, these mean things, just because that's just in human nature, unfortunately. But for all you guys that are undecided or really don't know that much about Invisible Children or or believe things that other people say online without doing their own research, I mean, just don't do it. That's why, hey, don't even believe me. You can do the information, you can do the fact finding for yourself. If you just go to www.invisiblechildren.com/about/annual_reports, they have links to all their financial information, and it's all, I mean, they have their tax forms. So, even if you think they're faking those numbers, like, you can check out the forms that are filed with the IRS. It's all on there for you to do your own research. So I just encourage you guys, like, don't listen to these people that are saying all these negative things about Invisible Children. It's a great charity. They really have a completely holistic approach for how we can help the people in Uganda, especially with the children, but just even more in terms of the community in general. They're doing all sorts of outreach and programs and, like, building infrastructure so that they can stand on their own 2 feet. And for all you guys that say that, it doesn't matter, that we shouldn't be helping the invisible children, I mean, I guess that's your own prerogative. But you know, if you look into the eyes of these kids, the first time you see a 10-year-old or a 9-year-old holding an automatic weapon, I think you'll hopefully realize that kids everywhere are the same. That there's no difference between kids here and kids in Uganda. Children are children, and people are people, and they all deserve help. And I think charities in America are equally deserving of help. And absolutely, like, we should be involved helping people who are jobless or unemployed in America. But there's no, like, there are already a lot of programs in place for that. And if you want to get involved, that's amazing. Like, everyone should find their own cause, but don't hate on people who have found their calling or their passion, because I think the people in Uganda need help at least as much, but likely more, than a lot of people in America. So that's all I wanted to say. I couldn't fit it into a text comment, but I really feel like there's a lot of misinformation and a lot of hate going around in these comments, which is really unfortunate for such a beautiful movement of youth, like, really trying to do something powerful and impactful to help the rest of the world. But really, like, do your own research, guys. Don't listen to these people. Make your own decision, and in the end, you can either choose to be one of the haters or one of the difference makers. And I hope you choose to be one of the difference makers, because we got a really beautiful movement going on, and I hope you choose to be a part of it. All right.